Hello everybody and welcome to the start of my video. I am going to be building this Porsche 110 scale model. You can either have it as a display car or a RC car. I'm going to go for a display car. I'm going to be printing it all off. Video part 1 will probably be building the chassis, and video part 2 will be body and finish. So this is what it looks like. In other videos we're going to go through just bits of what I'm doing. So here's everything. There's more you can click down of other people, but these are all the designer, and I'll show you in other videos how I end up putting it on my plate. So we can bring that up. This is what we're going to be doing. I'm going to be doing it in red and black. And hopefully it'll look something a little bit like that. That's quite nice. And obviously these are all sorts of different types he's got. You can make if you want to. So get that down. Let's just have a quick load. See how many plates it comes with. So you can have right. So this is the first bit. They're the first bits. I'm probably not going. Yeah, they'll be done in black, I think. But yeah, that might be. We'll just see. So let's go back if it lets me. So yeah, I clicked on small bits. You've got your grills, tyres, display, chassis, the body panels, but we'll go through all that. So we're going to go away from here. I'll do a bit more discussion on how the plate's loaded up, and you'll see quick timeline, bits of it being made, and then also the video of me building it. So I shall see you in a bit. Bye bye. So as you can see, I am currently again building my Porsche bits for my car, different plates. I'll put you a couple of time-lapse videos up before I'm talking now. I'll probably get a couple of these ones done. You've probably seen these first two, but I've joined some because we were like printing one of these. I could have put maybe them two together, but this one, them two parts there and them two parts there were on this one. I moved them over, and the one I'm about to print now, which you'll see in a second, is these two parts. One with this on there, and one with this were on there. And so we'll go to preview, and that's how they're going to look. Like that. So I'll print them now. It's going to take an hour and 40 minutes. I've got lots more parts to go. We go back to this. Once that's done, that'll probably. So if I space everything right, I could probably end up putting. Tell you the truth, I could end up putting that on. No, because it means changing. Could maybe slide that. I could probably slide it in there, but too many hours. I'll definitely slide some of these into these to shorten it up, but I'll probably print that separately, or I might move these red bits here just to there, just get them printed, move that across, put them over, and then bring these into one. But for now, I want to get this done, so I'll preview it. Again, there'll be plenty of time-lapse videos. Bring it over here. That's what it's going to look like. It's got its trees to keep it in place. Plenty of room for that to get done. So let's print it. It's happy. Time-lapse is on. Let's send it. They're all coming out. The bits I've already done are coming out absolutely amazing at the minute. They've come out really, really good. Just a couple of edges to just sand down, I think. Yeah, just a couple of edges to sand down where the trees have been sat. The rest of it, like I said, I'm doing it in a red. We'll go on to this. They're pretty. Oh, actually. Oh dear. Pause. Can you pause me, please? I want to pause. Right, pause. I'll have to come back to you 1 second. So hello everybody, welcome back. We're going to be on another day of printing, I think, and we're going to go right back to where we left off with this. This is what I think I'm making. Obviously that says display chassis, but the different types of things. So this is my save, I think, of all my panels, how I've laid them up on the plate. So once it loads up, we'll have a look. Right, this is how I've done it. So I did this top one. I've done that, done that, done that one. I did all that. I think that was one of the biggest ones. I think that 3 hours. But as you can see, I've moved things off plates, so I'm not doing print. I did that one. It's my last one. And now I'm going to jump onto these, I think. Yep. And they're the best I think I can lay them up. So I'm going to do this one. So it's want me to well, let's just re-slice them all. I know I probably can do them all, but I don't want these ones doing as well. That size, that's sliced. I don't know how far I'll get today, but right, we'll just keep with them 3 at the minute. So how long is this one going to be? Let's print it. The printer is ready. Let's click print. I want it in the red. So it's an hour and a half. That's not too bad. Let's just print it. Have a look. Like I said, all the time lapses will be in this video as well. And that is us off and ready, I think. It'll just do its thing. It'll all get warmed up. And we're ready. So I'll leave you there. And you'll get the time lapse of this video. So see you soon. So we're going to have a little go at making my Porsche chassis. Bits here, joiner there, all my other bits, another bag of bits. And let's build a couple of screws already. Kind of figuring out as I go along. So it should be a bit of fun. Might be a lot of stopping and starting. These are all of the bits I think I'll have to paint them. I'm not printing them again. Different colours, brake calipers, and I think they're actually pretend looking brakes. So let's have a look how we get on here. Yeah, I've got a little screwdriver set next to me, but I'm not going to piece in there. I might go and look in a bit because I think this is going to be a bit tedious. But I'll just get 2 in both sides so you can see what it looks like, and then I'll go about it off camera and finish it up. So there's one. Get this other side, same side in. And she goes. So now what I'll do is when I've done this, I'll show you, and then I'll come back to you when I've done the rest in a second. Yep, that's fine. A bit more. Nice and nipped up. Nice and nipped up. So you've got two in there like that. Beautiful. Right, I'll do that side and I'll come back to you in a bit. I'm back again. That's my chassis done. Bits in there, two in there, two in there. I have got little marks. You might be able to see it in the light there. There, a little fair. You see that's a little rear. Front and rear. Because these are marked up, as you can see there. Front right. That one will say front left. So front, that's my left. So that'll go there. That will go there. And got my screws ready. And they'll just bolt in or screw in underneath. So I'll get a couple of them going. And I'll fiddle these screws on my thing. This might have to start like this to start with. Like so. That's one, and that'll be two there. It's going. Right, it's going. Right, partly in. I'll show you this one, and then I shall do the rest again off camera. It would be better if I had a drill. Oh, yeah, even a drill. But I ain't got a drill, and I ain't got the bits really. I've just started this 3D printing stuff, so I have tools in the workshop, but not at home here. So I'll slowly think I'll put myself a little, well I am, with this little screwdriver sitting next to me, which is useless. And that's nipped up nicely. Get this one going. And then I'll show you the rest in a sec. Nicely nipped up. Nicely nipped up, so that's one. I shall do the other three off camera. So I'll come back to you in a second. So I'm just on to the last one. As you see, I found a bit. screwdriver. So I had to go in the garage and stop being such a bodge artist. And now, making my life a heck of a lot easier. Better with a drill, but at least I've got the feel. A drill, I'll probably end up crossing all the threads, knowing me. And that's that one done. Just knit them up so that you know they're happy. A little bit on all these. That's alright. That's okay. I'm not wrenching at them. I'm just making sure they're nice and knit up. Oh, beautiful them. I'll put that back there. There you go. That's ready for some wishbones to sit in, which I've got in a bag here. So let's go and have a look. So this bag is in front. Got a couple of little wishbones. Just bits. There you go, 4 wishbones right there. All there. Put all these bits back in. They're the hub build-ups, which I'll do another day. I think I want to change the colour of them. Well, them I don't. They stay black, but the things like the calipers, let's change the colour of them. So they're the front. So this is the front. So they're going to go however I want them to look nice, really. They're all exactly the same. Nothing different about any of them. They're all exactly the same. So it's a case of, I'll have a look how I want them to look. I think I'll have they have got a rough edge where they've sat on the plate where they've been printed and something looks a bit nicer. So I think I'll have that more like internally. So that'll go there and that one on the outside there. So they'll sit like that. So the rougher bits I like on the inside there. Which truthfully, with what you can see, I might just change the bottom one round. Yeah, because under the car's rough, so you can have, yeah, so I'll have them like that instead. That's slotted in, and that one's in. Yeah. So let's see how I can. Now I think these might want some small. I've got a whole box of screws here. I've got 2 boxes of them, to tell you the truth. Now I know at some point I need smaller ones. So this way I might be going to work just to grind some down, but fingers crossed these smaller ones will just be, yeah, they'll sit in just enough. Pop that in there, like that. Let's pop that out, see if it goes all the way through. Does it matter? It does not. And likewise, so yeah, we'll go with the smaller ones, I think. Put them in. Again, I'll start this one with you. Through the top. Get one in a bit like that. Get that in like that. And nipped. Nice little bit of a nip. Another one, check that one. Beautiful, that's that one in. Get these 2. Make sure them holes are cleared alright. Yep, that's fine. Get that one started. And we're in. Clips in. Snipped up nicely. And that's nipped up nicely. Let's check them both again a little bit. Little nip, little nip. There we go. So that's that. Done. There we go. Fantastic. Right. We'll do them two. Get my real ones out, do them, and I'll come back to you in a sec. I'm just on with my last screw. Little nip, little nip. Check it again. Beautiful. There you go. That is part of my chassis. I'm going to keep moving on. All these other upright bits, the steerers. Got myself a. Where I can put this. Got a nice set of wheels here to go on. Pretty cool. So yeah, we'll carry on. I'll see you in a second. We're back and we are going to carry on with the chassis. As you can see, I've got some wheels on it, some calipers, some brakes, and if you can see inside, it's got all its little suspension bits. From the previous video, which will be straight after behind this one, I did have these wishbones already on the chassis. Well, I realised to make all these upright, you can't get in when they're already on. So I had to strip them off and build this as one full unit, which I'll show you in this video, and then fasten them on. So what I'll do is I'll do one now. So we're on the rear, which is these bits here. We'll just put this down. We have both sets of wheels, one thicker than the other, front, rear, as you do. So rear, the rear, and all these little bits here. Slot that into there, spins inside. Get this little piece here, as you can see, put it onto the back, and then I get one of these longest screws I've got here, that, and it first pushes through that little piece there. It should just push straight in, he says, like that. It's on. I'll probably push right through the back of that, and then you just tighten it on a little bit by finger or by that. Just tighten that on a little bit, and it'll spin inside for now. We get another small screw. We put the, as you can see, the shape in that onto the shape on that, on there. With then the two bits there and there for the Right, so the suspension arms. We've got another little screw on the side there, where we get our little pretend caliper, put it on there, and we doink a screw through there. But what I want to do is take that off because they're quite hard to put through these screws when you've got everything in your hand. So put that through there. Once it gets going, let it get through a bit. So once it's sticking through a little bit, I then find where it's going to go on top of there, rest it in there. My bad, wrong way around. In there, like that. So it's over the pad. The pad's over the disc. And we fix this in. And it should pull down a bit, like so. And then we've got that inside the spinning nicely. Now what we do is we get these two. So that'll be two. Which side is this? Let's get this back out again. This is the rear, so it's going to go on there like that. So we get the first one on top of there. Get two smaller screws from here. And all I'm going to do is put it through that top bit to start with. Like so. Until it sticks out the back a bit. And then that's going to go on like that. So that one can go there. Is on there like that, and this one face down like that. So put that through there like that. Like so. Tighten you on. That's on there like that. And now what we do is, again, where you can see the shape, like that, in the back, this rear wheel, you've got the same shape. So it's got a slot into there so that it grabs, so that it'll move this rotor, but everything else stays still. You'll feel it slot in the back. And then that one big screw in the back there, where my thumb is, there. I'll tighten that up, but we're not nipping it up. You just tighten it right through, so then it grabs hold of the wheel as well. It's not going to quite nip up, it's just going to be a little bit loose, so then you've got the wheel spinning inside. If I hold them, wheel spin, and get the light. Wheel spins, everything else stays still, but the disc, I can try and get some light for you. The disc is moving. There you go. The disc moves as well, and it's not freewheeling because it's all made of plastic, but and all this white anyway that you see on these tyres is my fault because they come in different pieces, these wheels. They come in three bits, a front bit, a bit in the back, as you can see. Again, it's all got white on it, and then the tyre, which you can make these out of rubber. You print like a different plastic, really. It's more of a rubbery, but I've done it all out of plastic, so I've glued it, and unfortunately when this glue dries, it's dried white. So what I'm going to have to do is get some very fine sandpaper and rub it off, or I've got black acrylic pens that you can colour other plastic with, and I'll just black them out. Look like I've polished them, I'll black them like I've valeted the car. Right, so we'll shove this on here. That's that one on there. Then we'll doink these screws through, like so. Well, that's a little bit tight, not fully. And then we'll do this one. We've got the bottom two to do, and then we'll jump onto the front. Now, also on the front, as you can see, this wheel moves. These don't. These do. So, here, I've got a little steering rack. I'm not fully nipping them up yet because I've got to do underneath. Into there. So I've got these two. That one in there. And this one in here. Right. The other one is exactly the same. Two wishbones. It's literally going to go slots in there. That. Slots in there. Big screw through that again. It pushes into there. It grabs hold of this bit a little bit. That'll go onto there. We get this on there. And we put a little miniature screw through there. So what I'll do is I'm going to assemble all this, get it on with the wheel. It all set up so it's a little rolling chassis. And I'll come back to you and we'll put this little steering rack on as well. Right, so I'll see you in a sec. So we've got a full movable chassis. Next thing is getting the little steerers on. So we've got this little bar and it'll fit on these little, you can't see that one, it's a bit too dark there. So let's throw that in there. Actually, what we'll do is back it up, throw them through first, and then this will be this chassis completed, and we can start look at moving on into the body, I think, which the body's a big job. A lot of, well, I've got a choice of either gluing the body, but I think I'm going to end up doing a part 2. I think the body will be a different video, because the body's, I've either got, like I said, a glue in it, or I can get my soldering iron, and inside the chassis you can start, like, obviously there's bits I can show you in a sec. There's bits you can got to glue together, like there's headlights that go into the front wings, but other bits like the doors that fit and things like that, they're not on hinges or anything, they're just part of, like I said, I'll show you in a second. So you just got to, some people glue them, but I think I've seen some people just solder iron the back of them. There you go. Actually, they're a bit tight then, so we'll just back them out. Nice little bit like that. So they pivot a bit, back them out like that. There you go. Beautiful. That's it. So I can park it up like that when I've done it, because there will not be no steering. It'll just be a car. But yeah, so I'll park it up, display it like that, however I want. So there you go. Like we said, I'll show you. I'll put this down. I'll show you, which might be part 2, a lot of body stuff. Like, and for instance, a door, got proper door. a front wing. See what I mean by the light? So it's not gonna, that might, it's just gonna, the bit that'll insert there, I'll just glue on to the back there. But yeah, like that door, like here, it's got rough edges. So this will be in and out video, like you see, a bit rough there. I've got some files, so I'll file it, and then that door will sit, so I can show you, like so. Not this one. Is this the right door? Wrong door. See, it's going to be one of them. Is this the right door? Yeah, so it's going to go like that. So it is very rough at the minute, but that's pretty cool. That is going to go like that. And that'll be like at the front. And then obviously you're going to have a rear quarter, pillars, window, bonnet, everything. But like I said, they're both really, really rough in here. So I've got to file them as well. So this will be a part 2, I think. So yeah, I'll show you some more. It seems like all sorts. I've got, look at that, a splitter exhaust. That'll be going onto the chassis somewhere, but a splitter. Rear splitter. Centre exhaust. Front bumpers. Look at them. There you go. That's the rear. So is that the door? That's the rear. Rear quarter. So that will fit on like that. Turn it around. That will go together like that. And then if you can hold the front wing on as well, like that. There you go, that's a full part of the door, side of the car. And then the bumpers at this side with my fingers wobbling. Bumpers around there, wheels around the all here. But yeah, so on the inside, you've got what here, you have got little bits that are going to mount in there. But I'm thinking I'll get my soldering iron, and on the inside here, literally just melt them together, and it'll stay instead of absolute glue everywhere. That's what I'm thinking of doing. So yeah, but that'll be a part 2, I think. So right, thank you very much. I shall catch you later.